Hello, this is Dave with PC Tech Doctors. We are a small business and home technology support company located in Southwest Florida between Fort Myers and Sarasota. So if you're in that area and you have technology needs, feel free to contact us. You can reach us at www.pctechdr.com. I'm making this video so I can explain about the ins and outs of virus protection with Windows 10. I always say that you don't need a third-party program such as McAfee or Norton or Avast, because the one that comes with Windows 10 is just as good as those other options, and it's free. It already comes with your system. You don't have to pay for anything. I know there's other free ones out there, but I believe if it comes with Windows 10 and it's just as good, why not use it? Well, let's go through some of it while we're here. Okay, so we go to Start. To get to it, we'll go to Start, go to Settings. We'll go to Update and Security. We go to Windows Security. And from there, that is the main, we click on Open Windows Security, and that will open us to the main dashboard where we are at the Home tab. The Home tab is basically your overall, security, as it says, security at a glance, how everything looks. I see the green check marks means everything's okay, everything's happy with your computer as far as viruses and security and health, and the other tabs that we're going to go through. The next tab is your virus and threat protection. This is where you would actually scan for viruses. You can do a quick scan. For most people, that is fine. You can go in the scan options and choose a full scan, which takes a very long time, but usually Windows is smart enough to scan the relevant areas in a quick scan. You can go down and manually update your virus updates. That's your signatures, any kind of new viruses that come out or new ransomware. This will download the signatures to find those things. Your ransomware protection is basically applications that will take over your computer, and you'll get a website or a phone number to call, and you have to pay $300, $500, $1,000 to get an unlock code to unlock your computer because it encrypted all your files. This has happened to many companies. It's happened. I've seen police departments who had to shell out thousands of dollars to recover their files, only for those computers to be locked again a couple days later. If you do get ransomware or even viruses that you can't easily clean on your own, please give either me a call or somebody local to you to call, because some ransomware is very hard to remove, and it could be catastrophic if you don't remove it correctly. With that said, let's move over to account protection. Is basically your account that you're using on there to do all this. There's not much in that tab, so let's skip it and go to firewall protection. A firewall is basically a big wall that protects you from external threats on a network. Usually you would want to see your firewalls on for your public, your private, and if you have a company, your domain network is usually your company network, but for that's a whole other subject that we can talk about in some other time. Your private network is when you're at home, when you're surfing the web. You may not need all the protection there because you're home and you're hopefully behind a firewall that's on your network. Your Wi-Fi router usually acts as a firewall. Where you have to really worry is your public network. That's where you really need your firewall on at all times. If you're in a coffee shop or at a hotel and you don't have that on, somebody on that same network can go onto your computer, steal files, look for exploits, disable your computer. There's a lot of bad things that people can do if you don't have a firewall. A firewall just walls off anything coming in as far as communication to try to attack that computer. And you'll be surprised how many times people have gotten hacked or gotten viruses from not having their firewall on in a public network like a like a coffee shop or a hotel. It's happened a lot of times. Okay, so let's go into app and browser control. That is basically in case you're trying to install apps or go into certain websites that are known for being malicious. It's not a perfect scenario, and this is sort of where Windows is sort of sketchy on how it handles things, because if you try to install anything, if you try to install Norton antivirus, let's say you don't like this, you'll get a warning saying, boom, your screen will gray and say, hey, you're trying to make changes to this system. Anything that tries to make changes to the system, you will get this area is what's generating that warning. If you're meaning to do that, if you're meaning to make those changes, then you click OK and go ahead with the install. It's when you're not meaning to make those changes and that window comes up. Then it's trying to save you from something bad happening. Usually people people see this mostly when they're trying to install an application and it's trying to make system changes. So it's mostly harmless, but it can protect you from something that can hurt your computer. Okay, let's go over to device security down here. And this goes into viruses and software that can maliciously get into kind of the hardware, into the BIOS or the UEFI of the hardware of your computer. A lot of this stuff can vary on how secure or how this works, because certain computers have more enhanced hardware security, and even more so than maybe what I see on mine. So the older ones have less. This one, my laptop's probably about 3 or 4 years old. It works for me. It works great for me. This is important to have and make sure it's working. If this isn't working, you'll know, because if a virus attacks it, it could disable your computer and make it extremely hard to fix. Not impossible, but extremely hard to fix. With that said, let's go over to the next tab. And this is basically, I guess, your Windows 10 health. I've never really seen much to where you didn't have green check marks. Sometimes it happens if your time service is off, or you have app issues, or maybe your battery's not working properly, or you're running out of storage. You might see issues there, and this is an overall. You'll find other warnings like the storage way before you check in here. So this is pretty much just a auto-generated, hey, everything's okay with Windows from a health standpoint. Okay, so we'll go over to family option. This is our last one, and I'm kind of surprised this is here. I don't know why this would be here. Windows 10 does put things in odd places. So, but it's here, so let's go over it. This is basically your parental monitoring, parental limitations if you have child accounts. I've seen this most famously on the Fire tablets, the Amazon Fire tablets, where you can limit your child to 2 hours a day, or you can see where they're going. This kind of sets up with that. That would be a whole other video in enabling this stuff, but this is where you would set this stuff up and look at the settings, and let's say look at to see where your son or daughter may be surfing that's inappropriate, or if you want to give them less screen time or more screen time. This is a very underused area of Windows 10. Me personally, I've always just used parenting to tell my child that's enough, but some people, this works for them, and that's a great thing. Sometimes this is better. With that said, that is basically all of the Windows security. Again, I prefer this just about as much as anybody would with McAfee, Norton, Avast, or any of the other antivirus programs out there, Kaspersky, Sophos. There's so many of them out there. I would also recommend having a malware scanner on top of this. I think they should go hand in hand. I do have some programs that I recommend, and when I go to customers, I always use my personal one is Malwarebytes. I think that is the gold standard. I mean, I'm sure people will have their preferred malware program. For me, it's Malwarebytes. There's other ones out there. With that said, my name is Dave. I'm with PC Tech Doctors. Please like, comment, share the video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build it. And if you are in Southwest Florida and you need technical support, technical help, and if you're a home, small business, feel free to contact me. My information will be on the video as well. With that said, have a great day. I guess, New Year. Have a great 2019. I'm sure we'll have a lot more videos. I have a couple more ideas. If you have any more ideas, please leave it in the comments. So, have a great day and goodbye.